Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.
The Nigerians who are Islamic in Nigeria are Islamic don't like the Negroes or Christians in Nigeria. Yeah. And they all the same colors and cousins, but the ruling party is the Islamic Party. And if you haven't conformed, you're oppressed by them, and they black folk too. So I understand that. So now you give it even more of a distinction of mentality and reality between this diaspora of brown people. So primarily you outlining culture, how we operate. So now, was there anything to overcome? Is there a reason why we're not on par with any other ethnic group's level of millionaires or billionaires? Are we oppressed?
No.
We are not oppressed.
No, I don't. I mean, you could define oppressed, and it may be different from my expression, but I don't think black folks are oppressed. No. Now? Kidding me? Yeah.
Okay.
We are the most obese country on earth, and we seem to be taking the cake. We are a part of a society that can eat themselves to death if so choose, and seem to be trying to do so. Nothing about that seems like Ethiopia to me.
Well, bruh, you look like you staying pretty trim yourself. You don't
but I'm killing myself, right?
Brother Steve, man, I gotta say, and I appreciate it. You got me feeling like it ain't no racism in America. I'm like, dang.
I understand there's no racism. So my perspective. Let me go ahead and lay it down where I'm coming from, and this is very important, probably. I'm sure there's racism. I experienced it my whole career. I'm an engineer in automotive in Detroit, and I think these people are especially racist. Especially, they have no idea how bad they are until I tell them. It's very important to understand, and what I'm going to say is the most controversial thing you'll hear somebody say. These are good people, mostly. They're just all caps, ignorant.
Ignorant. They don't even get
caps. But it ain't nothing. But most of them, it's nothing they won't do for me. So you have to kind of put that in the chili. There's nothing they won't do for me, but they also say the dumb. It's like, dog, why would you say some shit? Because they were raised a certain way, right?
Give me an example of why you just said, dog, why would you say that to me? What was the sentence?
I don't want to say the sentence. It's really bad.
No names, but for me.
We were talking about tech. I was in a plant. We were talking about technical shit. There's two things. And they will say something about a job that was really great, and then look at me and say, you probably would have got the job, just because. And I know what they're saying because I had heard it so much. And I said, oh, really? I look around and said, because there's so many of me in here, and it'd be one, me. That's all. But they're trying to say because I was black, I would probably have an advantage of getting the job over them. That's what they were saying. That's one. The other ones are much, much worse.
Do you believe that one?
No, I don't believe it.
Okay, good.
I don't believe it. I happen to be semi-intelligent at least, and interview better than most of them because engineers tend to be Asperger's autistic type of. I mean, engineers are a certain breed.
The same go for doctors I've worked around and lawyers. When I worked at that law firm, it was the automatons, drones. It's a hive mind because their brain is plugged into.
And this is very important. This is very important because the natural philosophies were philosophy, physics, engineering, mathematics, and I don't know what else. It's still growing. But those are the things that you would get these people with tend to be autistic or like what's your boy name from Africa? What's the dude? Tesla guy.
I know who you're talking about, Tesla.
African guy. He's out as Asperger's.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. He's an either engineer or physicist or both or something like that, right? This is the kind of cats that's so they don't really, and to be fair, I always get the benefit of the doubt of those kind of anomalies, right? Where you just don't get that you are this way because you don't have the capacity.
Wow.
This idea that you always give these people the capacity to be sensitive to racial issues is, I think, is as folly as Dr. Seuss. I don't give them that much.
That, you know what, that was poignant. You just said something. The anomaly. And I'm gonna make my own personal statement about an anomaly. And I had to grow under this acknowledgement, and I have to give you credit for being a part of that. Something happened many, many years ago, and you made a statement, and it always resonated with me. And the anomaly is, I never knew about a filter, right? As my brain hears, instantly assesses, I make a statement, right? And you have to filter that because your words could be a detriment. As easy it is to smile and say, how you doing? I love you. And that evoke a clean, good feeling in a person. My personality was opposite of that. So in my verbalizations and not understanding that filter, that was my anomaly, not understanding. So we could talk and I would speak how I speak and I would be greatly offensive. And to me, I'm just having my regular, normal conversation.
Yeah.
Right?
And
so that's a personal application for me where I had to learn about a filter and then understand he said that to me for a reason. And those are one of those things where, somebody of respect or wisdom actually grab you and stop you, and your focus is their words instead of all the folly you're in. So that anomaly is helpful in understanding. If this person is not even in the realm of thinking about something, right? You're an engineer. When you plug in at work and you're dealing with your principles and your equations and your math, you're not thinking about making chicken soup. You don't have a concept or the flavor of chicken soup.
Yeah.
And then if I come in and my worldview contains a great deal of chicken soup, and I liken that to our oppressed history.
Correct. That's correct.
And engaging these other people who may have not, or whatever their history is, even have a clue. I think that's why they call us having that victim mentality.
You have to understand that Black folks speak up. So I showed a couple of people multiple datas where the police seem to be shooting everybody. This needs to be rectified. And they were surprised. Like, so for example, you had what's my man name they were marching for?
Floyd.
And I had Saul. My last girlfriend was a psychotherapist, and years ago she showed me Tony Tempa. She showed me the video of Tony Tempa where the same thing happened to him, but nobody went marching. Nobody. We have a culture, and I say my words, inner culture inside of a culture where we don't play that shit. So soon as something happens, we on the street marching, right or wrong, right one or the wrong one. And I don't think that's, we got to do a better job at that. But we just happen to have an intercultural thing where when injustice happens, we are on the march, or if we think injustice, but many other groups don't do that. Let's say Asian and Caucasian, they get jacked up and they just keep moving. You know, the day goes on and the sunrise. You know, we don't do that. We are number one in this area where if we think there's injustice, we are on the march. This is a difference. This is an intercultural difference that's very, very important to understand and take with us as we go on talking about all these other topics. There's also a Breonna Taylor where these police shot up to the house and killed a Caucasian couple, both people, not just one, but both people, and it barely made the news. I have many incidences like this that I've seen. We just have a culture where we don't play that.
That's interesting. Now, the way you say it about the other ethnicities is like, he's dead. Da, da, da. We're
doing something wrong. Is their view. Ours is not that way.
Now you know about Pookie, Ray Ray, Junebug, and T-Bone.
Yeah.
Bro. Okay. You know what? This critical race theory analysis, it brings in so many branches because we know Pookie, T-Bone, and Ray Ray is in the gangs. We know they in the street. We know they about that life. You know they doing that thing, right? They your cousin. If I know they about that and they out there doing that, throwing fire bombs, doing drive-bys, innocent young nursing students getting killed, little babies out shopping for school clothes getting killed, the wrong person at the house getting shot up. Are we wrong to allow T-Bone, Pookie, and Ray Ray to continue? Where's our system of community justice? And see,
constructive criticism on our own. I don't know how we get better otherwise. Yeah.
And Brother Steve, guess what? You have outlined the premise and tenets of the next show. We gonna jump on the coon fence, Brother Steve, because I think some stuff gonna be said in terms of personal responsibility of the community.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Our decisions. No, we getting back in that pool. So, under critical race theory, I must say you have given me a bigger pizza now to consume. I can't be so definite saying this and saying that. I must account for each individual's personal experience, and that's fair enough. I would want that respect. I think the definition of critical race theory, I have an understanding of that. I understand the motivation and that agenda. What say you? You be the last word. You bring us home. We've had a wonderful time here at Revelations.Unveiled.
This is really discussion, and we did a better job of staying on topic this time. I think I have three definitions of critical race theory here. I don't want to read them all off. I think I have to do a little bit more homework and see more perspectives on it. If it is the case that it's simply teaching that our ancestors had all these experiences, and us as the denizens of those groups have some experiences because of that, I think that's a legitimate discussion. Like I said, colorism, for example, and white folks don't understand this. I shouldn't say white folks. Caucasian people don't understand that. It's something we should have a very intimate conversation with them about. I mean, it doesn't have to be that, other things. And I'm not against it totally. It has its discrepancies, it has its problems. But if you're just saying we need to teach people about slavery and how it could possibly affect people today in whatever ways, I don't see why that's a problem. If you're saying that it is impeding our forward progress with whatever our ambitions are and we want to do, you got a lot of explaining to do, I think. I mean, I'm an example, but I'm anecdotal. So I guess that's all I have to say for right now. And I'm glad you're having a conversation, brother. I appreciate you. I love you still, as always. As always. Anytime, man. Anytime.
Brother Steve, do your continuing homework, because we men, I like to regard myself a continuing student. I love history. This is a very interesting topic. Your insight has provided some thoughts. I'll have to critically review, for my own fullness. So, you've expanded my opinion. I appreciate that. The next episode, we're going to get into the personal responsibility, the decisions, the history, and a little bit more critical race theory evaluation on our next episode. So,
fantastic.
Family, we here, Brother Steve and myself, Brother Chris, our discussion on critical race theory, fantastic. You are all welcome to join us here on StreamYard for our upcoming episodes. We welcome you. We have let's get the Gmail in here so I can have anybody do a quick, if they want to donate. Oh, this information will be uploaded to YouTube and Black Junction TV. Information with Brother Steve's Cash App. All ladies who like that fine shine of that light, he's going down. He got the smooth going on. Fantastic. Y'all hit that Cash App up for the brother. We appreciate his time, his commentary, his commitment to this evening, and his intellectual insight. So, family, we are Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit. We will be coming back at you with more spiritual expressions of the awakening, more spiritual evaluations of the carnal experience as we navigate here on this continent of confusion, Babylon, United States of America, Sodom, and Egypt. So, family, please come back and join us again in our zone of love, safety, comfort, and warmth for our continuing education and edification of the holy hidden nation. And until we are together again, I love you. I love you. I love you. This is Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit. Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit. Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.